to everybody out there in internet land. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Heat Press Nation Live. My name is Jared, and I am super excited for today's episode because we are pressing into pumpkin season. Yes, you guys know it's already like, what, the 12th? So this is the second live stream episode in October. It's spooky season, and we're ready to have a great time. And of course, here to help me out, my buddy, my sidekick, I'm talking about Chris.
Hey guys, everybody out there in Heat Press Nation. We have a really special live today, very cool designs. But before we get into that, I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Hello to Anita Ulmer, always here, always showing love. She says, hi Jared, hi Chris, hi everybody in the
what's
chat.
up, Anita? Good to see you.
Annette Lopez, and then the cat ate my shoe, and then we're just gonna check Facebook really quick. And then as we wait for those comments to load, I just want to let you guys know that we do have a flash discount that's going to be going on for the duration of this live, and then as well as later today. Yeah. So It's going to be 10% off all Caesar products, and the code is SPICE, like a pumpkin spice latte. The code is SPICE.
That's nice. I like that.
Of course.
We haven't used that code before.
We haven't. It's different. We usually use like HTV, like heat press.
Yeah. It's like easy to guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Dope. Okay, cool. What is that? It's spice, you said, right?
So you would only know if you were here in this live, so just keep that in mind for next week as well. All right? We are also doing a giveaway on YouTube and Facebook. So we're giving away a Caesar HTV variety pack.
Dude,
so let me show you guys this, right?
those.
This is so sick. So we have a multitude of different kinds of vinyl here that you're going to be receiving.
That's not even all of it. There's more, right?
There's a lot more.
Can you grab it? I double dog dare you to get all of it. Look at that.
Double dog dare.
I double dog dare you. What the heck? That's a lot of vinyl.
You see all this, guys? All right, so let me just take you guys through what we have right here. We have our electric blue electric.
Yeah.
We have our orange glitter. We have the black glitter.
I love that black glitter, by the way.
We have this bronze
electric,
bronze electric, and then we have, these are just standard easy weed, but it's fall themed colors. So you got your beiges, your yellows, your oranges, your browns.
It looks like a mustard over there.
It does look like a little mustard.
A little mustardy.
This looks like, it reminds me of a sweet potato. I don't know why.
Yeah, it looks like, actually it looks like Charlie Brown too.
Charlie Brown,
it's like a Charlie Brown yellow right there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Perfect way to describe it. And so the reason why we're giving away this variety pack is because today we have actually a really cool graphic. We have this 9-layer graphic. So we use every single color that you guys see in the variety pack. You'll be able to do this at home yourselves with this variety pack. So as you can see, it says, what does it say? In my pumpkin spice era. Perfect, on theme, ready for the fall. And then we also have a 3-layer design right here. As you can see, the
cool,
glitter.
That one's a little bit more simple.
More simple, but it also has like a lot of, like it's very intricate as well with the little squares and everything. So this just goes to show you that you don't necessarily need a lot of colors to make a cool design. Yeah. You can still layer and then add some depth into your design. So
I totally dig that.
Yeah, so are we ready to get pressing?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Let's start with the 3-layer.
Yes.
Here you are.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and come on over to our heat press. Now today we have one of my favorites. This is the Signature Series 15-inch by 15-inch heat press. Now I know like last week we had the 16 by 24, which is really cool. Of course, you know me, bigger is usually better, but in some cases, that's a lot of press. So this 15 by 15 is just really easy. It's accessible, it's affordable, and you get my favorite feature of all time, the slide out lower platen. Now with this graphic, we did what we call a dry fit, meaning we put everything together just to make sure the spacing is right, so we can get the positioning right, and then we're gonna press it 1 layer at a time. So I'm gonna take these 2 layers off really quick here.
And as you're doing that, I'm just gonna read the chat. Make sure you guys are seen, because everybody is seen here. We have the cat in my shoe says, I love pumpkin spice. Whoa, I hope I win. We have Valerie's, I love the blue electric and the electric bronze. Yeah, electric is really cool because it gives off kind of like a metallic,
without being like super reflective.
Yeah, not super reflective, but it's still a little bit shiny. It's not glossy, but it's kind of like a metallic.
I guess it has a shimmer to it.
A shimmer, that's the perfect word.
Yeah,
for it,
see, I think electric is the perfect name for this product because it looks electric. You can't quite say I guess it looks a little metallic, but again, electric is really the better word for that.
Okay.
And I'll admit, I had a little boo-boo when I was weeding out that tea. So if that tea looks a little funky, that's my bad. But we're not like really, we try to not be wasteful here at HPN. So instead of cutting out a whole new piece, we're just gonna kind of let that one fly here. There's this piece of stray vinyl that I wanna get out of the way. Come on. There we go. Layer number 2. And of course, I used a small piece of parchment, but instead I'm just gonna get my bigger pro grade non-stick sheet. Now you'll notice we're only pressing these first few layers for about 3 seconds or so. You don't need a lot of time on your initial layers because, believe it or not, that's enough time to tack that down and make sure it's gonna hold in place. Now, this is not the permanent way to do it. Of course, I wouldn't put this shirt through the washer just yet. You know, you do wanna get that full 10-second press. But for your first few layers, just use a few seconds. And then what we do is we'll save our 10-second press for the very last layer. And then this pressure feels a little bit light. I'm just gonna give it a little turn. That way we could start pressing it. Right pressure, here we go. Beautiful. Dude, this glitter looks amazing. Oh, see, look, see, I knew it was feeling a little bit light. Hold on. There's a part of that glitter that's coming up. I knew that pressure felt just a little bit light. So of course, if you're only gonna press for a few seconds, you need to have the right pressure and temperature. So let's try this one more time.
Checking into our Facebook audience. So hello to Carol Wood, Virgil, Jesse, Valerie, and Becky. Hello, hello.
There we
Thanks
go.
for tuning in.
Yeah, and that's something you do want to keep in mind. The 3-second tack works if you have the right pressure and temperature. If not, then it's not gonna stay in place. And of course, this is our full 10-second press at the proper temperature and pressure. And Chris, why don't you show that off, dude?
Yeah,
that looks absolutely amazing.
Look at that, guys.
Dude, I'm such a big fan of
Wow,
this.
that is so cool. That's so much better than like if you go to Target and then you get one of those like graphic tees because it doesn't have this much texture and detail on it. Let's get it on the overhead a little bit.
Yeah, and I will say this electric look, it's not something you could really get with like any other print method.
It's not.
Yeah, and then the glitter, dude, glitter vinyl will always look better than glitter any other application, better than screen printed glitter or glitter on glue or puff paint or whatever. Like, glitter, especially Caesar glitter, is gonna always have the best just vibrance and brilliance. I'm such a big
I see
fan of
Evelyn in the Facebook chat asking what material is that. So if you missed it, guys, we are using 3 different types of, or it's actually 2, but it's 3 different colors. We have our like copper electric, we have the blue electric, and then we have like an orange glitter right here.
Yeah, dude, that looks amazing. And then this is gonna be great. You could use a graphic like this for any situation, whether it's the Pee Wee League, your kids in playing high school ball, college ball, whatever it is. Like you could use cool colors like this, cool graphics to just be a fan of the sport. If you don't have the license to use pro team logos, which you probably don't, that's fine. You could still do stuff without using their logos and infringing on their trademark property. So yeah, you definitely want to keep that in mind. Do we happen to have a light colored t-shirt?
I will need to grab one really quick.
Okay.
Do you want to, here, let me give you a couple questions.
Oh, fire away, yes sir.
So the cat in my shoe is wondering, speaking of puff, I'm having a hard time with it. Feel free to ask us any questions you guys do have, or if you need any tips and tricks. We're the professionals here at Heat Press Nation, so we're happy to help you guys out.
Yeah, that's a great question on the puff. If you don't mind, I'll take that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so when you're working with puff, first things first, check the instructions. There are gonna be different time and temperature settings depending on what kind of puff you're using. For example, HPN, we have the Craft Pro Puff Vinyl, which has different time, temperature, and settings than Caesar's Easy Puff. So just make sure you have the proper instructions for your puff vinyl specifically. Number 2, make sure your press is as hot as it says it is. Especially if you're using like a cheaper heat press, like one of those Amazon heat presses, you might need to get like an infrared gun just to make sure that you're at the proper temperature. Third, and probably the biggest key to getting good results with your puff vinyl is heavy pressure and a fast peel. These 2 things have influenced my puff prints more than probably any other thing that I've done. So you could be, in like a 5-10 degree range, it should work. But if your pressure's a little too light, it's not really gonna work that great. That's when you're gonna have some of that brain texture. I don't know what else to call it, that funky little wrinkly texture. If you have insufficient pressure and you don't peel fast enough. So puff vinyl, high pressure, make sure you're at the right settings, but not only do you have a high pressure, you want a quick peel. Very hot. As soon as the press opens up, slide it out, rip it open, boom. You should be good. If you purchase your puff vinyl from Heat Press Nation and you are still having problems, give us a call, 800-215-0894. Remember, at Heat Press Nation, we offer free tech support for everything we sell, vinyl included. Okay, any other questions? Yeah.
Yeah, so the cat in my shoe, just a response to that, they said they're getting that brainy texture, so it's more pressure.
Yeah, I would say more pressure. I mean, you've done a lot of puff, Chris. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say honestly more pressure. It's important that you make sure you don't repress it because it's only a one-time thing.
Oh, yes.
You want to make sure there's even pressure all around the pressing surface so everything gets risen up instead of just like certain parts and then certain parts are have that brainy texture. So you really do want to make sure everything is perfect before you press down on that puff.
I love it. I love it. Okay, who's ready to get to our next? Now, this is a big project. This is our 9-layer transfer, and we're gonna do this all with vinyl. And honestly, like we did this on Instagram a little bit earlier, and I was just absolutely stoked on the finished product. I think you guys are too. So let's go ahead and get this prepped. We have, of course, our blank t-shirt here. Gonna load it onto our heat press, and this is something that everybody should be doing. Make sure you're taking the proper steps to center your shirt to the bottom platen. So I'm gonna come around here, don't get that angle. And then we're gonna pre-press for about 5 to 10 seconds or so.
And as that's pressing right now, don't forget guys, we do have a flash discount code on 10% off all Caesar products. All you gotta do is use code SPICE at checkout.
Okay, so again with the dry fit, we have everything all together here. We just wanna make sure everything is lined up, make sure everything's been cut and weeded properly. It's looking good, so I'm gonna get my bottom layer, which is gonna be the base layer. Usually, especially if you're layering on top of something, whatever your base color is, that's your first layer. Now, another thing I'm gonna do for this to make sure that it's centered is I'm gonna fold it over itself, and I'm gonna just pinch it right at the half mark. That's gonna help me find my center. And I could center it with the top neck, or if you have an equal amount of fingers on each hand, you could just do this where it's equidistant from the edge on each side. Again, if your shirt is centered to the plate, you could also center your graphic to the plate and you'll be fine. Now I am breaking a rule here. Usually I keep things like at 3 fingers below the neck, but because this is such a tall graphic on a shorter t-shirt, this is like a size medium, I think, I'm gonna get this maybe like 1 finger below the neck. It's gonna be right below the neck, and that's because I want the center of this graphic to be closer to the chest than the belly. You don't want your graphics too low because it just doesn't look good down here. You want it centered over the chest area as close as possible. So now with that in mind, this one's ready to go. I'm confident in my positioning.
All right, so a couple questions in the chat right now. First one, Annette Lopez. What temperature and settings are you using for that heat press right now, Jared?
So because we're using Easy Weed and glitter, I'm kind of in between. Caesar glitter presses at about 320 degrees. Caesar Easy Weed and electric both press at about 305 degrees. So my press is set to 310. Now, Caesar products, they're very forgiving. So if you do happen to have a few, like if you are within about 5-10 degrees, it should be just fine. I think the bigger issue is pressure, meaning not only just enough pressure, but consistent and even pressure. And because I have that on the Signature Series, I'm totally fine pressing at 310 degrees. It's about 5 degrees too hot for the Easy Weed. It's close to 10 degrees too cold for the glitter, but again, they're forgiving products and I'm very confident that they'll work just fine. If you wanted to be safe, you could press everything at 320. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and press this. I'm gonna make sure that this is centered here. Now, one thing you may come across when you're pressing garments like this is that garments will tend to shrink and stretch throughout the process. So try to not lift the garment up. In this case, when my N and M are centered, the E over here on the other side comes out a little off-centered. I could compensate, I can get as close as possible But if you can get me let me grab some scissors really quick here.
All right. In the chat, Gloria from Facebook is wondering, is saying that the dry fit freaks them out. They keep thinking that the letters or image will rip when I take it apart.
No, so so you always want the sticky side of your transfer touching the glossy side of the next one. When you put sticky side up against sticky side, that's where things get all messy. As you can see here, because I want this to be perfect, I'm just separating a few letters so that way they could all be centered perfectly. And this is totally normal. Again, heat, in case you guys didn't know, heat makes things expand and contract. So sometimes when you're layering multiple layers of vinyl, it's gonna affect your spread here. So all I did was I split them up a little bit. They're all still gonna be the same color, same layer, but now they're gonna be aligned just a lot cleaner. And I'm still only gonna do about 3 seconds. I heard my old pal Joe from Caesar say that he could get away with 2 seconds. And I've never had the guts to try it with just 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, so that's layer 2. Got layer 3 coming up. Again, we're gonna try to line everything up here. But as you can see, even though the I, the U, and the N are looking good, the E is coming out a little bit off, which is fine. Oh, it looks like that actually, it tore, but that worked out pretty good. All right, so we got layer 3 on deck. Now, another reason why we're doing only 3 seconds per layer, that black layer, that first layer, by now, it's already been pressed 3 times at 3 seconds. So that black layer on bottom has already received about 9 seconds of press time. If we did even more, I already know this one's not gonna fit. If we did even more layers, it would, it would just overpress the black.
So in the chat, Creative Blessings and Designs, did you fold it in half on sticky side or how? Sorry, never tried it that way.
Oh, that's a great question. Yes, I folded it in half on the glossy side. So you don't ever want the sticky sides to touch. You don't ever want sticky on sticky when it comes to your heat transfer vinyl. There we go.
Sorry, let me just.
We're good. And again, 3 seconds. This is layer, what are we at? 5 now? So we have black, orange, yellow, black, orange, yellow, brown. Okay, yep, that's 4.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. We have like a darker orange coming in. I like it. And I'm just gonna let this one fly like as is. I think it's still gonna look good. Okay, layer 5 coming in. By the way, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, go ahead and put them into the chat. We are going to be having a giveaway today. Chris was showing a little bit earlier some of our, we're giving away like a fun pack here.
I can show you guys again.
Yeah, you want to show them really quick?
Yeah, if you guys missed it.
Yeah.
And then also Annette in the chat is wondering, is the black showing an offset? So it is, because it's showing that like background, kind of like a drop shadow look, right?
Oh, yes.
So if you guys missed it, right, we're giving away 10%, we're giving away a HTV variety pack for this fall season. We have our orange, we have the brown, we have the beige, we have dark brown, dark orange. See, I might be colorblind, honestly.
No, you're good.
We have...
Also, some of these have specific names, like they look dark orange, but they might be named like Texas orange or something like that.
I think earlier in the chat I said, or like earlier in the live stream, I said that this was actually a copper, I think. I believe it's bronze.
Yeah.
I believe it's
Might
bronze.
be, yes.
Yeah, so I'm just saying it as the color that I see. I'm not really that well in tune with the exact name of the color, but they're very similar. We have this electric, the bronze electric, and then we have the blue electric. And then we also have black and orange glitter. And these two look really good, as you can see on this football shirt that we made earlier.
Here we go. All right, so now I've layered down this, I guess, tan mocha layer over here on the heat press. And so if you take a look, this was all cut as one piece, but I did cut and separate because I want good alignment on my text. So these are I just trimmed it down. So technically you'll see when I peel it. Yes, now our character is starting to take some shape, which I think is really, really cool. Again, 3 seconds. All it takes to tack it down while you're layering.
Face Off 45 in the chat is wondering what vinyl cutter we use. I'm not sure, but I believe that.
Oh, I believe it was a Caesar Juliet.
Yeah, I believe it was Juliet.
Okay. Now this is getting some life. Here we go. Just by adding this one layer, like I feel like this graphic is alive. Even though technically, even though it's a skeleton, so it's dead, but you know what I mean.
It's like that one meme. I'm alive, but I'm dead.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, they got us.
That's my motto. I'm alive, but I'm dead.
Just a little piece of vinyl right here. Wow. It's okay. All right. Here we go. Now here's one thing I love. Another thing I love about vinyl is that yes, we used black for the background. This is also black, and it would have been very easy for us to just use the same black, but because we like having a little bit of extra dimension on our in this particular layer job,
yeah,
we're gonna make it, instead of just plain old black, we're gonna make it black glitter, which I think is just super cool. I love black glitter. It's very it's one of those things where, like, on camera, yeah, it looks cool, but I mean, in person, really stands out. And then you know what else was cool too? We do company Christmas stockings here every year, and somebody brought a black Christmas stocking, and we put black glitter for the name, because you could use vinyl to customize your stockings, right? Even the cheap Walmart ones.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And we put black glitter on the black stocking. Looked fantastic. All right, final piece. We're in our pumpkin spice era.
Here we go.
It would not be complete without our pumpkin spice latte, courtesy of this orange glitter vinyl, which again, super cool. Oh, ashy elbows. Somebody send me some lotion. All right. I just saw that on the monitor. So check this out. Final piece. Okay, so now that we're done, we want to make sure everything is permanent on our garment. So we're going to give it the full 10-second press. Ladies and gentlemen, our 9-layer t-shirt. I'm so excited for how this came out. Chris is going to show it off right now. This is very impressive. Now, granted, you may not want to do a 9-layer, a run of 9-layer t-shirts. Chris, show the people, por favor.
All right. Ooh, saw it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Let me take a look at it first. Oh yeah.
Dude, that is so cool, huh?
Yeah, I just gotta admire it before I show everybody.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks amazing. And honestly, you can't really see the sparkle, because I don't think it's close enough. We'll try on the overhead.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, this, you have a few options. You could do this as like a 3-layer graphic. Like, instead of having the multicolored text, just make it all the same color as the hood. And instead of using black glitter for the bats and stars, make it the same black. So so you have gray. Yeah, you know, 3-4 colors, you can get away with it. Or you could knock out the skeleton, have him be the white of the shirt. You could do that.
Very true. It'll have a lighter feel.
Yeah, you could knock the skeleton out of the black background. You could do that. There's a few different ways to go about this if you don't want to do 9 layers. However, you cannot beat this look. Like, this looks absolutely amazing. I'm a really big fan of this t-shirt. Also, if you're just a fan of the graphic and you don't really care about the glitter or anything like that, you could do this in Supercolor.
You could.
Especially if you wanted to sell this like in your online shop.
Yeah.
Just do it in Supercolor. You're done in like 20 seconds. So yeah, if you don't feel like layering a bunch of vinyl, yeah, just do that in Supercolor. That looks so darn cool. Is it weird that I'm admiring like my own work? I didn't design this, but like, and I guess I pressed it, but yeah, it's a cool shirt. Really cool shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's something that you have seen today and you're just like, how did they do that? Or you want a little bit more explanation, now's the time. We're gonna open up the comments and questions for Q&A, or if you just have a comment, you want to try something, let us know in the chat. Chris is manning the comments right now. Chris, I don't know if you want to give anybody a shout out, or if anybody has any questions for us.
It seems like you guys are really enjoying and liking the graphics that we used today, so that's always a good thing. Valerie says these 2 shirts are my fave. They look so good. Thank you so much for that. Evelyn says love it. Cindy says I've never tried that many layers, but it turned out amazing. Yes, you never know like how something could turn out. Like even if you have a design right now that is monochrome, right?
Yeah.
You can always use that design, but then just add a variety of different colors and then make it a seasonal drop.
Yeah, another thing you could do, even if this was a monochrome graphic, you could still make it pop with just 1 layer of glitter. Like, and I almost want to try this, but doing this graphic, can you pass me the skeleton? So like you could do this as a black and white, right? Graphic, and then just add this, add the pumpkin spice. 1 little hit of glitter, dude, it will really make all the difference. So I would love to see how you guys are sprucing up your graphics, how you add a little pop color here, pop of glitter there. Super cool. Be sure to tag us on Instagram. You could just tag us, and we'd love to see it. That's really gonna do it for our demos today, but you guys, I didn't forget. I know we didn't have a giveaway that last week. We are back with the giveaways this week. So Christopher, I have to ask you, sir, how can the people win some prizes today?
All right. So you guys have seen the graphics, you've seen what the vinyl can do, and now it's time to win some. We're giving away the Caesar variety pack that I showed you guys earlier, all these different colors, everything that's used in these 2 shirts that we made today. So you'll get 10 sheets of those vinyl, and then all you gotta do to enter is type in #pumpkin.
Ooh, right now, go for it.
Right
on
now in the
Instagram
chat.
and, oh, sorry, not Instagram.
YouTube and Facebook.
Thank you.
#pumpkin, and you'll be entered, and then our randomizer will do its thing. It'll have a random selection, and then, yeah.
All right, let's give everybody about a minute to go ahead and enter. Time starts now. Enter right now. Comment the #pumpkin. Please make sure you spell it right. It's actually pumpkin, Pumpkin. I know a lot of us don't pronounce that second P, but make sure you're spelling it right, because that's how our randomizer is gonna pick the right comment. Also, make sure you're using the hashtag. So you have to use #pumpkin. And yeah, make sure you're entering properly. Misspellings, they don't get counted. I'm sorry. Also, one thing I should know is on YouTube, YouTube and Facebook, you get 1 entry per stream. So you can enter once on YouTube, enter once on Facebook Live, but don't bother spamming the contents, because our randomizer picks 1 name per person per stream. So you can enter twice, once on YouTube, once on Facebook, but you don't have to just spam the comments. It doesn't work like that. All right, we are cut. We're closed. Our entries are closed. Thank you, everybody who joined. We're going to give a second to just verify the winner, and it's bleep, 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 bleep. Honestly, I don't really know exactly how it works. They just click a button, and there we go. Virgil Norris, congratulations, Virgil Norris on Facebook. You have won one of our vinyl sample packs, and then we have another one coming up any second now. We're just gonna let it pop up on screen. Let's see. We have, that's hot.
That's hot, yeah.
Why would I do that?
I have no idea.
I'm dumb. We have Tanya Harris. Tanya Harris on YouTube. Thank you guys both. Virgil and Tanya, do me a favor. Email our team at winner@heatpressnation.com. Once again, email our team. This is not my email. We have a team of people who help us out by sending out prizes. Email our prize team at winner@heatpressnation.com. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hey, if you didn't win this week, there's a chance you could win something next week. We'll see. But to send us home, let's toss it over to my buddy, Christopher.
All right, guys, thank you guys for tuning into the live today. Just a couple last messages for you guys. We do have free interactive virtual classes that you can participate in. All you have to do is get them scheduled at your own time, and you can do that by visiting heat.press/class. That's heat.press/class. You'll be taught tips and tricks from the professionals here at Heat Press Nation. Next, if you want the latest deals sent straight to your phone, text HEAT to 31592. That's HEAT to 31592. Black Friday is around the corner, so We might be doing a deal for that. I don't know. We'll see. Subscribe to the notifications at 31592. And that's all from me. My name's Chris. You guys already know Jared. And we'll see you guys all next week.
Adios, everybody.
Take care.